We're going to be reading points off of a graph instead of plotting them on a graph. Reviewing the notation for a function f of x equals y. That means that x goes into my function, it's called my input. Y comes out of my function, or is my output. So looking at the following graph, I am giving an input with this notation, f at -3. When I find f at -3, it's saying the x-coordinate is -3. I'm looking for the y, or the output, that goes with that -3. So it happens to be at point A. The output, looking on my y-axis, y is the output, is 2. Ordered pair, -3, 2. F at 1. 1 on my x-axis. Finding the output, it looks like it partners with point C. Out comes 4. The ordered pair, 1, 4. F at 6. Finding 6 on my x-axis. Going across and finding the output that corresponds to that, I would get 3. Again, an ordered pair, 6, 3. F at -1. -1 is the x-coordinate, which is located here. Finding the corresponding output, I would get 2. Now sometimes we might go the reverse direction. In this case, I gave you the output, which is y, and we need to go back and find the x. So what I'll be looking for is a y-coordinate equal to -3. So I find -3 on my y-axis, and I'm just going this direction now to find the x value that partners and appears to be -6. This forms an ordered pair, -6, -3. F at x equals 2. Going to my y-axis at 2 and finding the point it corresponds to, it corresponds to 5. The ordered pair is 5, 2. The x-coordinate always comes first. F at x equals 0. That means my y-coordinate is 0. And when the y-coordinate is 0, it happens to be at this position. So what I'm looking for is the x-coordinate, or value that corresponds to a point. So if I go across, first point I hit here is 1. If I look at that ordered pair, it's 1, 0. The y-coordinate is 0. F at -1. Now we've gone back to what we were doing earlier. This is now my x-coordinate. Notice the location. It's located where x typically is. It's my input. So if I find x to be -1 and I go down to find its y-coordinate, I find it to be -2. So we've got to keep the order of x and y the same. X always comes before y. F at 2, again, this is the x-coordinate, so I'm going back to the x-axis. Here's 2, and I'm trailing up to find out that I'm paired with 1. Ordered pair then would be x, y. F of x equals -1. Now I'm back to giving you the y-coordinate. I go to find where the y-coordinate is -1. Happens to be at this location. This ordered pair is 0 in the x direction, -1 in the y, so the output that corresponds to -1, which is the output, is 0, the input.